points in the game.
A cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The LSU Tigers offense will have the football first. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Dances away. Lets it fly. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
A shot toward the end zone. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
So the Auburn Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him slipping. But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air, it's Knight. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top of the pick.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Myers on the move. He's got him wide open. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners, Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Luis. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window at the intended.
And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
Okay, ready?
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Buys a little time with his feet. Throwing on the run. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top.
Going for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. They get him down with this offensive setup. 1st and goal from the 9.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the 1st quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Gives it on the option. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Plows through the defense. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Knight. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, we saw earlier in the game, after not getting it on 3rd, going for it on 4th down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try?
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first, and he's still going. The 30, the 20, inside the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. This is ultra aggressive, still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Pressure coming. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
Looking down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That's caught. It's sharp. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the block.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he's wrestled to the ground. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had a kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Rush is on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is is loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last set. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Get set.
Looking downfield. It's Knight. Caught over the middle. It's Cobb. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
3rd down coming.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
1st and goal. Auburn.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Looking for the end zone. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one.
Here we go. Ready.
The snap sets up to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped short of the goal line. A sure tackle to turn it over on downs. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Wide open downfield. Off to the races to the right. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown LSU. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. There he goes. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10.
Good enough for 1st down.
Wants to throw, it's Knight. Shoots it to the left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
To the air on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Out of the gun, the inside give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 25. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Going to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the 2nd half. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So here comes the Auburn offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Quickly to the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Auburn going to work with another first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Frazier. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. A third and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Fires to the tight end. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. And the Tigers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that.
Breaks into the open. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great.
Speeding down the left side. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Knight. Looking for his man. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Throws to the wideout. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Fires to the middle. And here's the third interception of the night.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Looking to scramble. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Listen, sometimes you know as a quarterback, I got to scramble, I get outside the pocket, nothing's there, live to fight another down. Good job not forcing the football, incompletion.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize, they get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes the grab right down the middle. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
Makes the grab. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
First and goal, Auburn.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Mack's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn!
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and a belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Knight. Under fire. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
By the receiver.
Auburn lines up quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. Makes the grab down the left side. And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive.
Auburn, 27.
Takes it inside the 25, and he'll bring it back. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They get to him as he throws. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Running into the open space. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the 4th quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well, so this is a big tipping point in this.
Going for it all. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU!
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Moving away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll back them up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Looking to throw. Here's a hit. Hit as he throws. Got him downfield. Push down for the tackle. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Gonna swing it on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Trying play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. You want to talk about big-time throws. This dude has a missile launcher attached to his shoulder.
And he fired that missile in the perfect area. But how about the receiver? You got to go up and make a play, too. Catch the ball with everybody around you. You know where the ball's going, and he's still able to come down with it. What a play.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the Tigers in the hurry up. Leaves it with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Knight. He's going for the big play. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just...
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much...
A little trickery, and they flip it ahead. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further.
63, Auburn, 41.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gets rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. Off the play fake. Still looking on the move. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.